Let's hope all my extremities come back in shape.
Welcome to Take a Hike, where I take your favorite creators on hikes, pushing them to their limits and giving you a chance to get to know them a little bit extra as well. And today we have Sam Newton, who is a YouTuber, a musician, and an overall goof. And so we're super excited to...
That's my cue. That's my cue. What's up? Hug me. Come on, bring it in.
Hug.
What's up? Hi, everybody. I look way short on this side. No. Give me some height. Let's do that.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
You so much
Thanks for having me. I'm trying to do this in a way that doesn't make me stand very awkwardly, but
that's okay. It's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience. How are we doing?
Couple ground rules. Well, just the one ground rule. If at any time I ask you something that you're not a fan of, or we're going, and hiking, doing something that you're not a fan of, just tell me to take a hike.
Cool. Easy enough.
So, as with everybody, the first question is, do you want to do this hike barefoot?
I knew it.
Do you want to give it a shot? You could be the only person.
The first person to do it. I'll start barefoot. Let's give it a go. And awesome. I might bitch out pretty quickly and throw the Tevas back on. So we'll find out. Free feet shots for everybody. I normally charge good money for this. Let's hit it. Let's take a hike. Right? That's the name of it, right? Come on.
I'll go first. First couple steps, okay?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Shoes, it's already a questionable decision. I don't know how you do it.
I promise it won't be that bad.
We're gonna need a Sam eating shit count at the bottom. Yeah, what we can always do is just have me fake a couple falls if I don't actually eat shit, so you can have a dramatic intro. And then when people are actually watching this part of the video, they realize it was all a lie for content. Let's hope all my extremities come back in shape.
I promise they will all come back.
Dude, so far the no shoes is going pretty well.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Everyone else, Danny, Eric, YC, I'm talking to you guys.
Heads up on that. So there's the other reason why you go barefoot.
Honestly, feels kind of good. There we go. That's the feet shot you all came to see. I feel like I'm doing this so slowly.
No, you're good. You're good.
I know you guys are gonna edit it to make me look like a complete badass.
I'll speed everything up.
Yeah, exactly. 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
Throw some epic music in the background. That's what we do, right? We lie about everything.
So speaking about lying about everything,
let's get into the first question.
Why
are you so fake?
Start off with an easy one.
All right.
Who are you, and what's your channel all about?
All right. Well, hi. My name's Sam. I am a 28-year-old filmmaker, creator, YouTuber, whatever you want to call me. Honestly, I don't really care. I make travel videos for the most part. Full-time travel filmmaker for the last 4 years now. And then my twist to my channel is that I make a lot of comedic videos also, songs, kind of self-aware videos about the cliches of our industry at times, and that would be a good little summation. Cliches of what we do?
Yeah.
No, here's the thing to everybody watching right now. What you might not know about Take a Hike is Matt doesn't tell you anything about what's gonna happen. So you're always on the edge kinda about what's gonna happen next. And I'm kind of being a little bitch about the idea of just jumping in 5 feet of water right here.
Don't worry, there's only a couple sharks.
I'm sure you're not going to ask me to jump off anything bigger.
No. I think 5 or 10 feet's the highest.
Never made it as a wise man. I love that you guys can just hear me. Hi, everybody.
That's totally okay.
Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hey, Matt's a good guy. He puts a lot of work into this. Subscribe to his channel. Right now, if you're just sitting here watching, just go hit the button. Okay, do the thing.
Okay, second spot.
All right.
Second round of questions. But I mean, come on, what do you think?
We're in Maui. This is in LA. And then we just scale the waterfall, right?
And then we scale. Well, on the way back, this is actually my favorite part on the way back. Right in the middle up there, you jump over the tree and into the and into the water. I think it's like you said, it's 5 or 10 feet. So one thing I've actually been noticing, it's been on your Instagram, but also YouTube, and you kind of like alluded to it a little bit, is like you do your own thing. What inspires you and drives you not to do the easy thing and to just be yourself? Sorry, that was really long-winded.
No, it's fine. These are the good kind of questions. I think it's just important to make videos that you want to make at the end of the day, and like ask yourself, am I really enjoying it? Because I think the idea of being a YouTuber is really cool to a lot of people, but then when they're like, all right, I want to be a YouTuber, the first thing they do is just like think in their mind, okay, what do YouTubers do? Right? Which I think is just the wrong way to go about it. And instead of like asking yourself, what do I want to make? Like what kind of content, if I was already full-time on YouTube getting paid, what would I want to make? And if you have an answer to that, then that is what you should make. Because you're never going to get paid to make travel videos if you never make a travel video. You're never going to get paid to make a music video if you never make music videos. If you're only doing how-tos and top 5 tips and what's in my camera bag, and there's nothing wrong, there's a place on YouTube for all of this, but for me, it's just that wasn't really me. And just navigating, making sure I'm staying true to who I am, and like I like to make stupid videos that are very immature and dumb, and that's who I am, and I want people to like understand that I'm gonna make those videos regardless because I just enjoy doing that. And then the other side of me, there's a completely flip side of the coin, which is like the more serious like travel filmmaker that wants to tell stories and actually make cinematic films that people can watch and be inspired by. So those are the two like main sides of me and what I do, and I want to make sure I'm always staying true to those. And you know, sometimes I'll try things, you know, the algorithm does things to people that not even you can control, but yeah, I just always want to look back and be like, I'm really proud of what I'm making, and trying to be different, or less so trying to be different and more so just trying to be who I am, which is weird because I think that's the one thing everybody individually has that no one else has, which is themselves, their story, their personality.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's a beautiful mesh.
That's what you do in Hawaii.
Yep. The other thing we do in Hawaii is swim and climb up
There you
waterfalls.
go.
I'm like trying so hard.
He's the transition man.
I'm trying so hard. Let's jump in the water, and there's a couple spots we can jump off.
All right.
And then see if we can make it across and have the gear alive
I love
at the
it.
end of this.
Let's do it.
Freaking cold!
All right, so everything's loaded up, and we got to get this bag on this raft full of like $10,000 worth of gear. All right. So it's all Matt's gear. Don't worry if anything happens.
Is this your eyes they take out?
You're insured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have insurance.
Right now,
I'll get the first person. You're welcome. Sam Newton, everybody.
Okay, so yesterday we had kind of talked a little bit about traveling. You brought up traveling today, but we also talked about 9-to-5 jobs.
Yes.
So what is it about traveling for you that you love so much, and then about a 9-to-5 job that you hate so much? Maybe those are strong words.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really that, for me, it's more like, I'm not a huge fan of routine. Like I have zero routine at all, which probably is a bad thing. But like I wake up at different times every day. I do different things every day. I just like the idea of the freedom of it all, which can be, you know, I think from a lot of perspectives, everyone loves like YouTube and creating because of the freedom that it offers you. But it can also just put you in this box because instead of having complete freedom, you just end up working all the time, which is a huge problem that YouTube can have. But I have no issue at all with 9-to-5, and everyone can choose. I think that's honestly one of the downsides of our industry is that we shit on 9-to-5s way more than we should. But for me, it's like the freedom that being a creator, if you can actually like do it right and like have a healthy balance in life, the freedom that creating offers you and traveling in general. Like I love being on my toes. I love like the spontaneity of it all and the adventurous, you know. going to places like this and meeting up with new people that you just wouldn't ever expect, and you're just sitting at a bar in a hostel and then you have a conversation with somebody from an entirely different side of the world that opens your eyes on something that you would never expect. To me, that's what it's all about. And I think when you get in the routine of life, sometimes you miss out on that. But there's good sides to everything. 9 to 5, you have freedom on the weekends. You have that like structure, which we don't have. So it's less that I hate a 9 to 5. What's up, helicopter? Everybody loves a nice helicopter waterfall combo for audio. Yeah, it's not that I hate 9 to 5s. It's just more that like it wasn't really for me, and I figured that out pretty quickly. I never had a job, and I was like, I just want to make videos. So yeah. What do I do with my hands? Where do my hands go?
Your hands are gonna go this way because we're gonna go climb up this waterfall, or right beside it, and get to the last epic waterfall spot.
Never made it as a wise man.
You were singing Nickelback.
Huh? Yeah, of course. There's two types of people in this world. People that love Nickelback and people that lie about it. That's How You Remind Me. That's Lifehouse, right?
No.
That's Nickelback? Oh, How You Remind Me is Nickelback?
Yeah.
What's this Lifehouse song I'm thinking of? I don't know.
Hanging by a moment?
Hanging by a moment.
I'm hanging by a moment.
Lifehouse, man. There's a couple underappreciated bands. Make sure to smash the like button if you love Nickelback. I went to a climbing gym once.
So just around the corner is the last final waterfall. But before we get to that, we got to say thanks to the sponsor, because without our sponsor,
Absolutely.
this episode would not be possible. If you're planning on visiting Maui or any of the other Hawaiian islands, make sure to check out hawaiitours.com. They've been offering high-quality cultural and sightseeing tours throughout the Hawaiian Islands for over 20 years. Hawaii Tours creates an authentic and memorable experience for their guests by delivering custom small group tours with professional guides. They prioritize the health of the environment and local communities, so they partner with companies that provide sustainable tours, ocean-friendly restaurants, local fare, farm-to-table luau's, and eco-conscious hotels. When visiting Hawaii, it's always important that everyone should have a guide or a local connection to keep them safe, stay respectful, and get the maximum of each day on island. And that's exactly what Hawaii Tours provides. So make sure the next time you visit, you book with hawaiitours.com. The big question is,
All right.
do you want to do the rope swing,
Oh, shit.
jumping off, or I'll show you the 70-foot jump, which is up top up here.
Well, I'm going to tell you to take a hike on the 70-foot jump. Yeah, let's do the rope swing.
All right.
That's fine.
How was that waterfall jump?
That was crazy. That was wild. I haven't jumped off anything in probably like 8 years that's that high. And I know it doesn't look insanely high, and I definitely didn't look graceful or cool at all doing it.
I thought it would.
I was flailing around, but man, it's a rush. I haven't done anything or been somewhere this beautiful in a while, so it's been good. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
I was stoked to take you here. Like I said, this is literally my favorite hike ever. And we're only like halfway.
HawaiiTours.com. HawaiiTours.com.
HawaiiTours.com. Thank you.
Best place for your Hawaiian tour.
So with all that being said,
Okay.
we haven't touched on your creamy white turtleneck.
We have not.
We haven't even alluded to it.
Not once.
What's up with that?
The best way to end a question. What's up with that? So
Yeah,
the
how'd
turtleneck.
that start?
Basically, it was just me and my friends went to New Zealand, and at an H&M there was a bunch of turtlenecks there, and I bought 5 turtlenecks at the H&M, and I thought it would be funny if all of my buddies and I wore turtlenecks running around New Zealand. and they were cream colored turtlenecks. So we would call ourselves the Cream Boys while we were running around New Zealand. And it just kind of became this little bit, and it stuck. It stuck with me, and it was one of those things where I was like, I had this turtleneck. It was a funny thing to do. And then I did it in a few videos, and then I wore it in Cameraman, my song. And then it slowly just became the thing that I did. And then I started saying stay creamy, and I don't know, it's just something weird and different. And I like to think I'm weird and different. And it just kind of makes me stand out a little bit. And yeah, I don't know how much longer the turtleneck will live on, but for now it's what I do, and I'm the turtleneck guy, and I'm fine with that. You know, stay creamy doesn't really have a inherent meaning, but I kind of love that. I kind of like that people can interpret it however they want. It's weird, and it's like off-putting, and it just kind of is jarring, and everyone normally has slogans that make sense, and I love that mine makes no sense at all, and I just kind of stuck with it, and it's fun, and I don't know, I like the idea of trying to do things as differently as possible and staying true to myself, because at the end of the day, you never know if people are going to like, or how people interpret you on the internet is impossible. Like whether or not people watching this right now are like, you know, people are reading me and reading you, and they're like, oh, Matt either seems like a good guy or a bad person, or Sam seems like a good person. You can't really, like, how people interpret you is up to them. You can only be in charge of just being as true to yourself as possible, and if you can do that, then hopefully people interpret you as the person you are, but you just have to be as true to yourself and not necessarily do things on the internet because you see other people doing it.
Heck yeah. Stay creamy. You ready to jump off some waterfalls?
Speaking of cream, let's go cream ourselves off these next waterfalls. Is that a good one? No? That didn't work?
Okay,
Come on, I don't know.
All right, how was that?
I'm an adrenaline junkie now. What was that? 5 jumps?
Yeah.
I want the people at home to appreciate that that's so much higher than it looks.
Way higher.
Whew. It gets easier and easier every time though.
Yeah.
I was scared as shit the first couple jumps, but that one was fun.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Man, like, look what you're jumping into.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Absolutely.
So if somebody else wanted to jump into YouTube, what kind of advice would you give somebody, you know, if they wanted to quit their job right now, get to where you're at, what would you tell them?
Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, you know? Do it because you really want to do it and not because you like the idea of what it represents. Like, I think a lot of people, like I said, they like the idea of YouTube, they like the idea of creating, but it's not necessarily what they really want to do. So if you really want, and it's something that you're genuine about, and it's like, hey, I would say do it. I would say start identifying, like, don't be afraid to tell people, put it out in the universe. I want to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm like, start putting that into the world, because if you just half-ass it and you just kind of like make a video every 2 months and then just like, oh, I'm thinking about it. I think the worst thing you can do is like how you talk about it to people is how you really feel about it. So if you're going to be like, I'm thinking about starting YouTube, and you keep telling everybody you talk to, like, oh, I'm thinking about starting YouTube, or like, even I take that. Don't say I want to start YouTube. Say I'm going to, right? Just that little change is so important in how you approach it, and don't be ashamed of it. Just be like, I'm going to go into YouTube and I'm going to do it, and then from there, take those steps. I'm sorry, I'm freezing while I'm saying this. Take the actual action steps, right? Try to get a couple videos out a month, and start now. Start telling your story, because it's the only thing that you have that no one else in the world has. And it might not seem interesting to you, but to other people are going to be able to relate to that. So whether you're a random kid from Kansas, or you're on the other side of the world in India, or you're a kid in Maui, you know, it doesn't really matter. You have something unique to tell the world, so start sharing it, and you're going to start connecting with people, and play the long game. Do it for a while. That was a long answer. Like and subscribe. I'm so cold. If you made it all the way to the end of this, first things first, subscribe to Matt. He's a legend. Second, HawaiiTours.com. Check him out. And third, shoot me a DM. Tell me you watched the whole thing, and we'll chat from there. So
Yeah. So with that being said, first of all, thank you for coming on this Take a Hike episode. This has been super fun. If for whatever reason you guys aren't already subscribed to Sam, subscribe.
Yes!
There'll be a link in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
HawaiiTours.com.
Take a hike, man.